Welcome to another driving roundtable. We're back in Jarbidge. We come back during the hunting season. And the reason we come back during the deer hunting season is because that's when some deer hunters nearly 2 years ago said that they had that Bigfoot experience. So we're gonna drive up over the mountain that they had this Bigfoot sighting on.
Last time we tried to
check out this sign.
Yeah,
I guess we need to use low gear to climb this mountain.
It's steep. Last time we were up here, we couldn't get back in where we're going today because there was 5 feet of snow on the road still.
We got up there as far as we could and then hiked around on foot and found a lot of interesting tracks in the snow up there. One of the deer hunters over the 9 days he was here, he saw these Bigfoot several times. He claims there was 3 of them. So when we're driving through these Bigfoot hot spots, we love to have a camera going just in case we get a road crosser. Get any animal running across the road. By the time you get the camera turned on and recording, it's too late. Yeah. Looks like we're gonna end up going up into the clouds at some point.
The clouds are low up on the horizon out there. We had some rain today. It's made it really nice out. The animals should be happy about that, out moving around.
Yeah, the first night that these 3 Bigfoot came into this guy's camp, him and his stepdad, I believe it was, it had been raining.
And thunder and lightning. And we've had all of that today.
Yeah, so we're getting all the same type of weather that they had when it all went down. 47 degrees.
Wow.
Great conditions to see a Bigfoot. Now if we can just get one to cooperate. Yep, and the temperature keeps dropping the more we go up.
There's snow.
Yeah, it snowed a little bit with that storm. Trying to figure out where we actually hiked up in here.
Oh, that's not it. Right up here.
We're looking for an old miner's camp.
It's over to our right.
See signs of the moose even this time of year. I don't know if you guys can see that track, but that moose is still up here. Jenny and I, when we first got here, up in the trees that way, we heard a wood crack. And it doesn't necessarily mean Bigfoot standing up there smacking a tree. I mean, it could be a large animal, like an elk or a moose, that stepped on a branch as they were going away. Sometimes when you get those wood knocks, they're unmistakable that it's wood against wood, but that one we heard.
Like a wood snap.
Yeah, it's more like a branch being snapped. Yeah, we're looking for a spot that we can leave a game camera up here for a year. I know it sounds like a long time, but the camera I'm using with the type of batteries, it's rated for a year, and people are seeing Bigfoot here. Definitely a place to keep a camera.
Put it along the animal trail.
Found pretty much a animal highway through here. There's a dried up creek right over there, and these animals, I mean, we're seeing tracks everywhere, and you can see the grass is trampled down. Now, it doesn't mean Bigfoot's using the animal trail, but if he's an ambush predator, he's going to be watching these types of trails.
Deer scat. So, they move right through here. We should set it up right here.
Alright, we'll find a good spot here. Heard a couple of wood knocks up here when we first got here. We heard what was possibly a branch breaking, so we didn't take it seriously as a wood knock.
It's coming from over there.
But yeah, we heard a couple of wood knocks.
You just want it. No, I heard it.
Yeah, you can see her breath. But look, the mist. The mist from the clouds.
The clouds are settling in right here.
Yeah.
Well, we're in a good spot because there's deer scat right here, and there's elk scat right there.
Yeah.
And then this is like the best place for them to come off the mountain and go down because it's the clearest spot.
Yeah, I agree. It's a great spot to leave a camera for a year.
And we found mountain lion scat months ago, so they come through here too. it's creepy up here.
I like it. Oh, look, here's a deer bone. Something has been eating them up here.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just assuming it's a deer. I mean, it could be an elk or something else, but... Yup. We identified the game trails up here, and we're trying to use them to our advantage, and obviously something's up here hunting them, and the end of this bone has been just gnawed.
Is there teeth marks? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been chewed on at one point in time.
Wow. That's awesome. Put it right there. That'll roll off and go away. Right in this spot for the...
Right there. Porcupines and squirrels will gnaw on bones until they're gone.
Hopefully they'll leave that one alone. Whoa.
Yep, something's walking over here.
No. Something just threw a rock. It just went whack and hit the ground right there. Unless something really big fell out of the tree. That could happen.
Yeah.
That scared the hell out of me. What the heck is going on? Oh, I can see it.
I see him now.
That's what that noise is. Want to use my shoulder to lever it?
Nah. I'm after Bigfoot, not Woody Woodpecker, so. Well, maybe the woodpecker threw something at us.
Oh, that came out of that tree over there.
Yeah. Trying to ingrain in my mind where that camera... I think we'll be able to find it again.
Well, we just need to come up this draw until we see that wall.
Yeah.
And then it'll be right across from the wall.
Oh, more deer bones. That one's really busted up. Well, there's obviously some predator-prey interaction where we got the camera. I'm usually never completely satisfied where I set up a camera. It's just a shot in the dark. I mean, you get to observe 50 square feet of millions of miles of forest per camera, you know. I hope you enjoy all the Jarbidge videos we've put out. It's been a great place to Bigfoot, and hopefully we get lucky and we get to see one in the area ourselves. Found the reason for all the game trails here in the area. There's a little mountaintop spring right here.
Yeah, it comes right over the ground right there.
Bigfoot actually needs water. He may come to this stream too, so as not to have to come off the mountain.
There's a nice little game trail.
In this direction too. Look at it.
Oh, that's deep.
It goes that way.
Yep.
Comes right up to this little stream that the spring made. It goes off that way. Neat. probably why we found the miners' camp near here.
Yeah. Oh, look how
Because it's right near a good source of water.
Look how deep that trail is.
Oh yeah, that one gets used a lot. Animals have beaten this one down. And the animals make some weird noises around here.
I know.
Wonder if the camera caught that scream.
There's another one. You see me?
Wow, the clouds are moving across the trees real fast.
Oh my gosh, that's so neat. Can you zoom in on that?
If I zoom in with the windshield in the way, it causes problems. They may be able to see it.
That was so neat looking.
Yep, we're in the clouds now.
The end of fall up here.
Fall comes sooner at higher elevations. Jenny and I noticed yesterday when we're exploring that all the berries are ripe. The elderberries and blackberries that we were finding. Yep, the trees up here on the top are starting to change color. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the clouds just went poof.
This is the stuff I always imagine seeing Bigfoot in.
The fog.
Oh, this is just amazing. Definitely in the clouds.
Wow. This is creepy. It is thick clouds. You can't even see
I think because it's in contact with the ground, we gotta call it fog now.
Oh, yeah, it's foggy.
I think it's officially fog, even though we're up in the clouds. It is kind of creepy, huh?
Yeah, like, this is what the coast looks like when you're driving along the cliff. Like, the ocean could be out there, but really it's just a
Forest.
big, huge forest out there.
Well, in crazy conditions like this, it's the stuff I hope that Bigfoot likes to move around in and increase our odds of seeing the thing. Even though I believe it's probably out there, I still have my doubts until I actually get to see it clearly enough to say that I've seen it.
don't think that many people could be lying or confused.
Well, and then some of the films that have been out there, especially the Patty film, and then all the cooperating type evidence that we've found in some of these Bigfoot sighting areas. But there's always that question in the back of my mind until I see the thing myself. And hopefully if I do get lucky enough to see it, I can get it on camera too. Because then everybody will be saying, well, how come you didn't film it? How come you didn't take a picture? I know you always have a camera on you. You wouldn't believe the amount of neat things I've seen and not been able to get my camera on it, even though I have it sitting right next to me. Jenny and I saw a wolverine for about 11-12 seconds.
Still didn't get that on camera.
Like in 2011 or whatever it was. And man, I'm fiddling trying to get the camera on, and it moves into a position that only Jenny can get it, so I chucked the camera to her, and by the time she got it on, the wolverine was gone, and we were just dying. We're like, oh man, we got to get faster at this, because if that was a Bigfoot, we would be sick.
We would have got an F for the day, a big fat F.
Yeah.
Fail.
Yeah, animals don't cooperate. And,
For photo opportunities.
and we all know Bigfoot's elusive. Bigfoot does not like to be spotted. I think the creature's smart enough. It knows that men have the ability to kill it from a distance with firearms. So I think that's one reason why they're really elusive and don't like to be spotted.
I think they pick and choose where they want to be seen, except for the accidents.
Yeah, I think most Bigfoot sightings is accident on the Bigfoot's part.
Some of them are intentional from the stories that you hear.
Yeah, every once in a while it's like the creature tries to scare someone away, but I think most of them are accidental. The creature wasn't planning on being seen.
I don't think they're all supposed to scare you. Like that one lady that told us that she saw Bigfoot and he looked sad when she was afraid of him.
Yeah, the Silverton Bigfoot sighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said the Bigfoot did not have a menacing look on its face. It went through a whole host of emotions on its face when her and her mom come face to face with it. And then when her mom started screaming, the Bigfoot made a sad face before it turned and walked off. And by the way, when it walked away, it put cover between it and them, and kept the cover between them when it walked off. I mean, they're smart. I mean, when they're retreating, they keep cover.
Whoa.
Am I scaring you?
A little bit. It's a steep drop off over here.
Yeah. I will slow down. Well, the locals said that this is just a beautiful view, and obviously because of the clouds, we're not getting that beautiful view from on top of this mountain.
We're gonna have to come back again.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to this place again next year. We'll do another Bigfoot expedition out here. We've already left behind a game camera up here on this mountain, so we kind of forcing ourselves to come back.
Such a pretty place anyway.
Definitely a squatchy area.
We climbed up into the trees over there yesterday, and there is a spring coming out of the mountain over there.
Yeah, I believe Jarbidge has their little rainforest here. Kind of like the Uenas.
Yeah, right in the middle of a big flat desert.
Yeah, this Jarbidge wilderness area comes right up out of the Nevada and Idaho deserts and makes an oasis of mountains.
Oh my gosh, look at those clouds are just making a big swirly twisty.
There's a lake.
Oh, that's pretty.
And I'm gonna direct this camera on it so the viewers can see the lake over here. Amazing place.
Pretty. There's roads all down in there. Trails.
One of the people that lived in Jarvage said these lakes pretty bad with mosquitoes, but it was so cold last night and today. I bet you there isn't going to be a problem with mosquitoes. At 33 degrees last night, might have killed most of them, I'm hoping. Vicious little devils.
Yeah, they're my ultimate non-favorite. Well, ticks are up there too.
Yeah,
ticks.
Nobody likes a parasite. What's in the lake over there? Are those boulders or is that an animal?
Let me zoom in. Hold on.
A Bigfoot taking
No.
an afternoon bath.
Unless he has grass growing out of his head. That is not Bigfoot.
Well, I do see a lot of people that point out green Bigfoots in videos, so.
It's grass. Stumps.
Stump foot, huh?
It's stump foot.
Oh my gosh, it's cold.
It feels great.
It's dropped down to almost 40 degrees.
Oh, look at all those pinnacles.
Uh-huh.
Pretty. There's the roads that go down to the lake. I wonder if there's mountain goats around here.
It's definitely mountain goat country. Bet you there's some type of variety of bighorn sheep in these areas. It's got everything that they would want. Especially dangerous cliffs to climb.
Crazy suckers.
That's how they avoid the bears and try to get away from the mountain lions. Mountain lions follow them up into that stuff, though.
They do. Didn't you say there was a mountain lion and a mountain goat had perished together after the
It was a bighorn sheep.
a bighorn sheep?
Yeah, it was in Glacier. Mountain lion and bighorn sheep fell to their death on going to the Sun Road.
Back up or the
Well, they found them right on the road,
Okay.
side by side. And the mountain lion had a mouthful of the bighorn sheep's fur in its mouth, and they hit the road so hard that the bighorn sheep, it was a big old ram, he lost one of his horns. It busted on the road. But they figured that the mountain lion took it, and they both went off the cliff together.
It's crazy.
So, mouthful of fur was his last meal. It's kind of sad seeing them both perish, but
I know.
shows you how dangerous a mountain lion's life is, man.
And the goats, they're just
Yeah, both of them.
flying off of cliffs.
Yeah, what brought us into the area for the first time is a couple of deer hunters, Bigfoot sightings while they were up here deer hunting 2 years ago. And then this place has a history of Bigfoot sightings. It used to be called, it was named Tasaha Bits by Native Americans. And they told of a cannibal giant. That's what Tasaha Bits means in Shoshone, is cannibal giant. And they talked of these cannibal giants that would steal people away and eat them. And so they avoided the area and suggested that everyone else do the same. Anyway, after gold was found, it got settled. And the settlement's just tiny. There's 16 people that live in this area year-round in the town of Jarbidge. And then I'm sure the population with people with summer homes and stuff swells up to, maybe 100 or 2. A lot of the rivers here flow north into the Snake River, and kind of the gateway to the Sawtooth Mountains, and the Sawtooth Mountains north of here are famous for Bigfoot sightings too.
Stop right here.
Want me to pull over?
Yeah, I just want to look out here for a minute.
I smell sheep.
I think so.
I think they've had some sheep herds through here recently. I can smell them. I don't know, they say Bigfoot smells nasty. I think sheep smell nastier than anything, probably even Bigfoot.
They don't smell that bad.
I definitely wouldn't want to camp in a spot after they've been through. Ugh.
Little sheepy smell. Okay.
Well, the babies smell good. It's when they grow up that they smell nasty.
That's how all animals are.
Yeah, most domesticated animals get stinky.
Human babies smell good too. And they get old and stinky.
I don't know. My kids were little. I changed some pretty ripe diapers and didn't think my kids smelled particularly good at the time. When they get on human, when they start eating adult food, that's when you start having those gag sessions while you're changing.
Oh my gosh.
We're starting to get to the high desert. I think it's, we're getting close to where we need to turn around. Elko's way out that way somewhere. Yep, you eventually drop down into desert. And the direction we're going will take you into Elko.
Oh, pretty.
Does that look like tailings from an old mine?
No. It looks like the same stuff. Sand.
It's just exposed soil.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think there's a good chance we might find a mine over here. I hope you guys enjoy our roundtable drives. I really don't think about trying to make them entertaining. We just want to keep a camera rolling in case we do get a road crossing in these areas, and then also gives you a better idea of what the whole surrounding area is around these Bigfoot sightings. So apologize if they're not very entertaining, and
Yeah. You can just watch something else. But we have to film it anyway.
yeah, and we Might as well put those out there for you, those that like watching them.
There's a mountaintop spring right there.
Is there?
Yep.
I see it. These are like some of the springs in Monte Cristo and stuff.
Yep. I'm gonna take a picture of it.
Sure.
Throw it in there. There's a lot of milkweed in this area. You can smell it. It's drying up right now. That's a good picture.
Well, that coloration over there had nothing to do with the mine.
Oh, it's just so weird. It's sandy, pinnacly type thing.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is. He's hunting again.
All kinds of ATV trails up here.
Yeah. This side of the mountain is the better weather today.
Uh-huh. As hard as it rained earlier today, I was like, it's gonna be snotty up there on that mountain.
Yeah. It ended up being pretty nice though.
Yeah.
Boy, this is a whole aspen field.
A big old grove of aspens that we're going through. That's where we just came from. The little dirt road town of Jarbidge is just right on the other side of those mountains. The hunting and fishing community helps keep that little town alive. It was formed as a gold mining town. Pretty cool how the one side of the mountain was all cloud cover, fog. We get to the other side and it's nice and sunshiny. So many places for Bigfoot to hide.
Yes, there is.
We were joking around because now this hunting season started. We're not going to see any deer. They're really smart. See them all the time, all year round, and then hunting starts and they make themselves scarce. They know what's going on.
Yeah, we've only seen their footprints.
And scat.
Scam.
It's beautiful around here. places around this area to camp. And then that little town, they've got a little hotel.
And a bed and breakfast.
Yeah, so if you don't want to have to come up here and rough it, you can try staying in the little town. And I mean, this little town's remote. Just it's historic. It's, I don't know. It's just a neat place. Have to see it for yourself. So if you're into traveling to Bigfoot places, I suggest coming and checking this area out. Here's the deal, though, is most of the places aren't accessible. Most of the places aren't accessible until July. And then you're probably only good to go till October. So, very short season of accessibility here. Yeah, we dropped off a game camera here, and we'll pick it up next year. So maybe we'll get that dang Bigfoot. I wish I could set up more game cameras. I just only have so many, can only afford so many. So it'd be nice to leave up a half a dozen or so up here, but
That's all we have.
it's out of my price range, yeah. Yep, we're limited by our budget. Now we feel the most important thing is just to get out to these places. You know, and that's a huge expense in itself. Unfortunately, equipment's our secondary expense. You gotta have it.
But you don't want to have a whole bunch of it and only be able to sit home with it.
Yeah, sit home and admire your Bigfooting equipment because now you can't afford to go out. So we kind of walk that tightrope of, you know, of getting out there and having the equipment. have about a dozen game cameras that we spread out to areas we think are promising.
Where do we have game cameras right now?
Sasquatch Canyon, Monte Cristo, Jarbidge. And then we always have 2 game cameras we keep on us for camping cameras. Wherever we Bigfoot camp, we like to set a couple of them within a couple hundred yards of camp in case we get a curious Bigfoot to come through camp or come close to camp. I think it's a good idea because I study Bigfoot sighting reports, and you know, there's sightings in around people's camps because a curious Bigfoot comes in to check them out. I don't know, probably smells the goodies they're cooking or whatnot. And so we have 2 cameras that are always earmarked for that, and then the rest of them we try and keep out in the field year round. And we finally found a promising spot in Jarbidge where we feel comfortable leaving a camera year round. I think this place is worthy of more than 1 camera, but maybe if our fan funding picks up and get some people that help us with the cost of Bigfooting, we can afford to put more cameras out.
Oh, that aspen is starting to turn orange.
Well, that was neat.
It's gonna be pretty up here in the fall.
Uh-huh. I'm hoping we can make it to Yellowstone at the end of the month. It's just beautiful at the end of September and the beginning of October. All the trees changed colors before the leaves fall off.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. You can see all the geysers, all the smoke from all the hot pots.
Yeah, all the steam is really visible.
Yeah, in the summer you can't see that.
But when it cools down, you can see where each geyser, each hot pot, each mud pot.
Yep, it's all just smoking up into the air.
Yeah, it's neat.
Animals are nice, and it's nice and cool outside for the animals.
So they're more active.
Yeah.
And not many animals like the heat.
No one likes the heat. Except for lizards and snakes.
Mm-hmm.
And bugs.
It's just neat watching the clouds come down onto the mountains.
Yeah, it is. so many wonderful little campgrounds. Or camp spots, rather, I guess you should say.
Yeah, they're not the public campgrounds with the bathroom. They're just
Camp spots.
they're roughing it places.
Yep. But they're pretty.
Places that you need to bring your own toilet. Those are some of my favorite places. Well, this side of the mountain's cleared up a little bit. It's not as foggy as it was when we first come over it.
Yeah.
A deer.
Deer. Little girl. Oh, there's two. There's a baby.
Yep. So if we hadn't had a camera rolling, probably wouldn't have had time to turn on a camera and get a picture. Or
Sometimes you get lucky and surprise an animal on the road while they're crossing.
yeah, road crossings is the biggest percentage of Bigfoot sightings.
We've seen a lot of hawks hunted.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of hawks here today.
Using the wind currents.
when we got serious about finding Bigfoot, you know, I've always been a hobbyist where I camped in Bigfoot sighting places a couple of times a year. And then in 2007, when I got serious and really was getting after it, I was hoping I'd get beginner's luck, but I don't think I can call myself a beginner anymore after 9 years of being serious. So now I'm hoping that hard work and putting myself in the best locations all of the time will increase my odds of it happening. Look out there, you can just see forever.
Will you take a picture? I can't reach.
We're not used to this 45. It just seems so cold because last week, all week long at home, it was like hovering around 99 degrees.
Yeah, 95.
Well, there's a couple of days I got off work and it was 99 or better.
Elevation right here is 8,500. And then I turned it on and it lit up, but you didn't really mess with it.
Okay, it's on then. Wouldn't that be a bummer to leave a camera for a whole year in a spot and forget to turn it on?
Yeah.
I left a camera up in Sasquatch Canyon for 3 months and didn't turn it on, but I had like 5 cameras in the area, so, but you still, you're like, what the crap? I go to pick it up and I thought the batteries were dead, you know, because it wasn't turning on when I, you know, went past the motion detector and started looking at it, and I'm like, oh, well, that's a bummer. You know, probably had Bigfoot walk in front of that camera. That's Murphy's Law. I have gotten in a routine where I don't forget to do that now, though.
There's a wallow right there in that field.
Kind of a swampy area.
No, something has been wallowing in it. There's tracks in and out of it, and something's been rolling in the mud right there. There's a wallow.
these quaking aspen trees are usually the first leaves to change color. They're the first leaves to drop off, and then in the spring they're usually the last trees to get their leaves. They're really efficient at not succumbing to being destroyed by snow. One of the best trees at it.
Living organism in the whole world is a network of aspen.
Yeah, they're all connected at the root, so
Yeah.
it's considered one
living organism.
It's considered the largest living organism, and I just heard a news story about that, and I guess it's got some type of disease that aspens get, so they're saying that the largest organism is probably dying, so I'm sure they'll find another network of aspen that are all connected.
Yeah, there's a problem with the aspen around our place. It's an iron deficiency, and they're all turning yellow and dying.
Yep, we had to chop down our aspen tree in our front yard because it died on us. The aspens in our backyard are doing all right. Hopefully we don't lose those ones.
Out of all the trees, I think they make the prettiest noise in wind.
My oldest son's favorite tree is an aspen. It's because he says because it's a white tree. He just loves them. My favorite type of forest, though, is pine aspen mix. Is exactly what we're in right now.
What they're looking at through the viewfinder right now.
Yep, I just love these types of forests. Yeah, this Jarbidge has been a neat surprise. I don't think we would have ever came here except for our Bigfooting hobby.
No.
You know, we come here to investigate Bigfoot sighting, and we find this little gem in northern Nevada, southern Idaho.
Yeah, there would have been no reason for us in a million years to come here without that.
I hear the fishing's good here. So I guess if we were into fishing, could have brought us in, but I doubt it. There's so many places to fish where we live.
Yeah.
I guess there's a lot of places to Bigfoot where we live, but when you hear about an amazing Bigfoot encounter where the Bigfoot are aggressive, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we like to go to aggressive Bigfoot sightings because we think it increases our odds. If there's an aggressive Bigfoot or a family of Bigfoot in the area, they may be more willing to show themselves than your normal, what I think is normal, shy and reclusive.
And when we say aggressive, we don't mean violent. We just mean more, I don't know, what's the word?
Bold?
Bold. Yeah, bold.
Well, that night that they got scared out of their camp, I think those Bigfoot were trying to scare them. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
So that was as aggressive.
Yeah, but if they wanted to, they could have ripped him out and...
Yeah, they could have removed them themselves.
Yes, they could have.
But they intimidated them away.
Yes.
And a lot of animals, before they fight, they do intimidation displays and stuff because they don't want to fight.
No.
They, you know, a couple of bears will size each other up and do some intimidation displays trying to scare off the other one before they actually have to fight. And you know, and during the rut, elk and deer and stuff will sometimes do the same thing before they fight. You know, a bear often will do the same thing to a person. It'll bluff charge a person. It's usually the mama with cubs that doesn't do the bluff charge. She just comes and ramsacks you, you know. But the last bear attack that I read about, some rangers on Yellowstone just recently. 3 rangers on Yellowstone, they come up on a mama bear and it bluff charged them, and it had a baby with it. Bluff charged them, then backed off, and then it pinned its ears back and come down with its nose low to the ground and charged. And they knew that wasn't a bluff charge, it was coming, and they all blasted it with their mace and got it to stop its charge. And they all said, you know, the bluff charge happened fast. They didn't have time to grab mace or anything. If it decided to attack at that point in time, it would have got whoever it had in its sights. And they said it doing the bluff charge gave them time to grab their maces and get their mace ready for the second charge, which if they didn't have their mace, they felt like that was the aggressive one and was gonna attack one of them. Yeah, so the article I read about that, they were saying, you know, make sure you have your mace in an easy to get spot, because you may not get the convenience of a bluff charge when you come up on a mom and its cub.
Yeah, if your bear mace is in your backpack, that is not going to do you any good. Might as well just chuck your backpack at it.
Right. I usually keep my mace on a sling that goes over my shoulder, and my mace is right close to my chest, so
that's where I've started putting mine, is clipping it with a carabiner right to the front of my chest. It also can help when it comes to a moose.
yeah, it's just not for bear protection, it's for any animal attack protection. And your odds are much better of getting attacked by a moose than a bear. I can see the mine that we hiked up to the last time we were here.
Oh yeah.
We actually did a night hike. We're almost off the mountain and back to camp. I hope you enjoyed our drive through a Bigfoot sighting hotspot to Sasquatch, Jarbidge, whatever you want to call it. It's called both. Hopefully one day we get lucky and we get to see a Bigfoot in one of these Bigfoot sighting hotspots that we frequent. So we're gonna end this round table. Keep on watching. We're gonna keep on squatching.